Hey guys, welcome back to the Sauerkraut and ASMR podcast, where we talk about exclusively sauerkraut and ASMR. On this episode, Stinky Whizzleteat. Man, myth, legend, or more. I'm the host, of course, Nolan McCool, Rick and Morty fan and founder of this astute YouTube channel, Nolan McCool TM. Joined, as always, for the first time for the last time, are my good friends. Why don't you introduce yourself, man in blue jacket?
Hi, I'm Kelson, and this is Jackass.
Other man in blue, another blue shirt.
Hi, I'm James Del Quadro.
And this is Jackass.
And this is Jack. They're gonna grab your information somehow.
They'll find us.
From saying, I'm James Del Quadro.
We can find him. We know who he is. We're also joined by the good dog. He's pretending to ignore us, but we'll give him a pat. He's here. He's a good dog. Welcome to the podcast. This is, of course, the Sauerkraut and ASMR podcast, where we talk about exclusively sauerkraut and ASMR. Exclusively. On this first episode, we're going to talk about childhood trauma. Kelson, do you remember falling into the river when you were very young and being traumatized?
No.
Good. Let me think. Childhood trauma. Did you guys ever... We used to play out in the field where there were cacti, and we would be Jedi Knights playing with cactuses.
Cactus on the end of a stick that we've, yeah.
It was...
Not very healthy.
It was barbaric, to say the least. I recall, several... I never got hit by the stuff, and that's because I was the one who, played the cards so that,
so that other people will get hurt for you.
Exactly. So I never got hurt, but other people got hurt. James, did you ever do barbaric acts with your brothers for fun?
2 stories come to my mind.
Oh, good. Oh, this would be good.
The first one, I was 5 years old, and I have a little brother, and he stole my soda one day, and I don't know why. I got so mad, I grabbed the straw in my hand, and I stabbed him right in the face.
Oh, Charles?
Yeah.
Oh.
Everything went all fuzzy for a second. But all I remember was, as soon as I pulled out the straw, blood just ran down his face as fast as I pulled it out, and he was crying. And that kind of traumatized me. I feel bad ever since doing that. And he still has the scar.
Oh, that's what the little scar on his cheek is. I'm picturing, the scene from Psycho, but it's you, and Charles is just sitting playing, I don't know, what does Charles play? Overwatch clones?
Yeah, Paladins.
He plays Paladins. It's a real man's game. None of that Overwatch crap. Right, Kels?
Better than Overwatch, actually.
I don't think any of us play Overwatch.
No, I'm too cool for that.
It looks cool. But...
The second story that comes to mind, I think I was 7. And we had this desk. It was really pointed. And at the end, it was this. It was a wooden desk, but it had a really sharp point.
Ooh.
And me and Charles were right behind Gio. Gio's my older brother. And I don't know what happened. I think Charles pushed me, and I fell right into Gio, and it impaled him right here.
Oh my god.
There's a bald spot right here, and he had to go to the hospital, I believe.
Oh.
It went really deep, I believe.
Final destination.
I think it went up to here.
Oh, jeez. Did you, dent his skull? You can't see people, but that's an inch. He just, an inch into the table. And he's now more table than man.
If you look right here, it's right dead in the center.
Does you right?
Yeah.
Charlie, put up an image of Gio. Charlie's our editor. Charlie's real. He's real. I've seen him.
He's a real man.
He's real.
More of a man than you'll ever be.
But he's fictional. How could he? Oh no! I've admitted to myself that he's fictional. Now I will crumble.
He will seriously consider a move by year end.
What? Oh, the bottle cap.
That's what Joan Soda said.
You will seriously consider a move by year end. I'm considering a move right now, I gotta tell you.
Hey, me too.
Nah, but seriously, moving out and all that, it sounds like fun. Back to the barbaric childhood stories. I know that our thing, when we were kids, was the Star Wars prequels were happening during our early childhood. And so our whole thing was we're Jedi Knights. Let's go kill the neighbors.
Remember friend Luke, he was the Jedi Master.
He was the Jedi Master, that's right.
And I remember him telling me that I was not worthy of becoming a master. And Nolan became a master within weeks. So
because he liked me more, dude.
Yeah. And so I remember we would fight and stuff, and his brother Brady would fight with us.
Oh, no.
And he was just apeshit crazy. So he would always aim for the fingers, which is the best spot to hit someone.
because they will crumple.
They crumple and run into mom and start screaming and crying and stuff.
Oh,
but, yeah.
It's one way to end a battle.
I remember being quote-unquote Jedi Knights.
Do you remember, did you ever role play like that as a kid?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Do you have any in particular? Boomer, you're making background noise. Look who showed up. Do you have any stories, James?
Oh, none that can come to mind. We used to have the little the foam Nerf swords, and we would hit so hard.
Oh God!
I think once
because the foam would break away, and it's just the plastic.
I think one time I was with Charles, or it was Giovanni and Charles, and Giovanni swung it so hard it smacked Charles right in his cheek. We had to stop playing for a little bit.
See, you're similar to me, James. I got injured very few times throughout my childhood. Did you ever get majorly injured as a kid?
I never broke any bones or had to go to the hospital or anything like that.
All right.
But,
yeah.
There was this one time, I think I was 6. We had a babysitter, and we have cacti in the backyard. And for whatever reason, I was walking out barefoot, and my older brother's friend came over, and he was just walking on the rocks, and that's where all the cacti are. And I took one big step, and my right foot got full of thorns, and the babysitter did not want to admit that what happened to my parents, so she tried taking out all the needles. Jeez. And I remember it must have been so traumatizing for me because I don't remember what happened afterwards.
You blacked out.
I just remember we didn't have that babysitter ever again.
Wow. Got the babysitter fired, James.
It was cool though.
Oh man. Did you get those digits? Am I right? Am I right, guys? Yeah. Girls, dude.
Yeah, dude. I remember.
Yeah. James just high-fived himself, by the way. Yeah, high five.
I remember this kid named Isaac. They used to have this sick hill in their backyard. And they had the little Power Wheels. And we would get in the Power Wheels and drive it down this hill.
Oh, the hill.
And so it went down this hill, and then it took a left, and it was into a berm. And off to the right was a drop that went into cactus.
It was a drop, too.
This kid, Isaac, he had blonde hair. And he rode the Power Wheel down it, and it's just a normal run or whatever, but he went off the side and flipped and landed in the cactus. Oh. And since he has blonde hair, all the cactus just blends in with his hair. Oh. So they had to shave his head, and so he was bald for a bit there. But
the poor kiddo, I mean, he was
bad for him, but
he was like a toddler or something, and he just went careening off the edge. There goes Hitler's perfect soldier. I don't mean that.
Just beep it out.
This poor kid. We got it. I'm trying to think. What happened? I just remember getting injured a lot because we had okay, I'm trying to illustrate this. So there was our house, and then there was the street, and then across from our house was just an open field of cacti and various small desert trees. And then up on top of the hill was the Ray's house, right? But we just played in that field, and usually we would just take sticks and put cacti at the end and just viciously swing it at each other. Bunch of psychopaths.
Our childhood was really good.
It was good. It was great.
I remember our next door neighbor, we had glass Snapple bottles, and we were throwing it up in the air.
I know it already. You may have heard this story, James. Have you heard this?
Probably not.
Oh, you'll love this.
But we're out in the street, and we're throwing the glass bottle up into the air, and we throw it up a couple times, and it doesn't break because it was thick glass at the time. So we throw it up, it doesn't break, and this kid named Thomas walks over and grabs it and throws it up into the air his first or second time, and it lands on our next door neighbor's head, and it shatters over his head. But after we had been throwing the bottle up into the air and it hits the ground a whole bunch of times and not breaking at all, the one time that he throws it up, it hits the kid in the head and shatters over his head.
Skylar had a thick skull, dude.
Wow, no.
I mean, no, you know what I mean.
But then he had to have his head shaved too. No, there was two little grounds.
Why do all of our accidents involve someone getting their head shaved?
Skinhead.
Did you? I wouldn't go that far. Not me, that's for sure. James, did you ever? I know that I wanted to shave my head one time as a kid, and I had my dad do it. Did you ever get your head completely shaved?
Not as a kid, but in junior high. I remember it was the final basketball tournament. You were there.
Oh, I was there.
I had my head shaved.
I remember. It was like stubble. Oh, it was funny.
It was awful.
I was hot off the heels of watching the second season of Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I'm like, you know what? This guy can be Aang. I can be Aang. And so my head was shaved, and I have the photo, and it's not good. I especially as a kid, luckily my face has stretched as time has gone along, but as a kid I had a perfectly round little Charlie Brown head. You just had to spray paint the little stripe on my torso, and I would be Charlie Brown. I had the intelligence of Charlie Brown and the luck of Charlie Brown. I couldn't kick a football to save my life. But I was a Jedi Knight.
You were a Jedi Knight.
Can't kick a football, but I was a Jedi Knight, let me tell you.
Like, this doesn't have to do with shaving my head, but I always get, like, just, like, some urges to grow my hair out completely.
Oh, yeah?
Just like I used to, like, behind my shoulders, just to see how that would look again.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know, it was such a hassle when I had it.
You become a Disney star, you have to wash your hair or else it's just gross and greasy.
Oh, I had it in 7th and 8th grade. It was awful.
Oh, I liked your hair back then, James. James was the cool kid in class. He was like quiet and like collected, and he had like the hair that like went down to his shoulders. And everyone was like, everyone wanted to hang out with you in 8th grade because you were the cool kid.
No, I was kind of lame.
Hey, don't say that. We're trying to make you...
Speaking of kids...
I'm trying to make you sound cool.
Don't worry, we'll edit it out. I promise. Charles, get on that. Charlie, I mean, whatever. Speaking of kids that we went to school with, shout out to my good friend Craig, for Craig Daddy for his YouTube channel called the 928 TV. It's like, okay, get this, guys. It's a prank channel, but it's good. Okay?
That's the twist.
I've talked to him. He's like actually nearly been beaten up by people before over these things. Like,
once or twice.
Like, I think I've mentioned it in a video before, or it's in this video. I don't know, but like, I don't know. He just does funny stuff. They did this thing where they went out with pillows and just like did pillow fights with a bunch of people in public. I'm really doing this video justice, aren't I?
You're just this whole entire podcast is just a shout out for the 928 TV. Actually,
this was
shout out to the 928 TV.
It's like a feature length movie, and you get to the end and find out that the whole story was about the Twitter app.
And they're like, yo, follow me at Twitter at...
Did anybody see the Emoji Movie?
No.
No, moving on. Alright.
Yo, shout out to my old class member who picked up an STD. She's a legend.
What? Don't mention her name, but like...
I'm not going to, but I was...
Is that real?
That's too bad.
I was talking to this girl that I used to go to school with. But I started talking to her, and I was like, whatever happens to... We'll call her...
Fernando.
Yeah, we'll just call her Fernando. I said, whatever happened to Fernando? And she said, actually, she has an STD now.
That's too bad.
The thing that was wild to me was that she used to be a goody two-shoes. And, like, she literally never did anything wrong and was the teacher's pet. And so she did this, like, complete 180. And I was like, oh,
that happens, like, a lot, like, with kids. Like, if they're, like, sheltered in their early childhood... They end up, like, doing a complete 180. Except for, like, James. James is perfect.
Yeah.
No.
James is
James
perfect.
is a healthy child.
No,
on the other hand.
We're all edgy here, let me tell you. I've played Shadow the Hedgehog many times.
And enjoyed it. Sonic 06, my favorite.
I'd say that, yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog, the forbidden apple of the Sonic franchise. It's like my favorite one. It's like the best one. I'm not serious, of course, but I know that's gonna make people mad.
It's serious.
Okay, real talk. Why do people not like Sonic R?
Sonic R?
This is real talk time.
Sonic R.
It was like a racing game for the Sega Saturn. And you just run around the map as Sonic and friends. And, I mean, the controls are, like, super janky and, like, you, like, bump off walls and stuff. But it's not that bad. Come on, guys. Come on.
Some of the maps were just all over the place.
I think you're right.
Because I can remember one map that's, like, an open field and there's, like, little islands and you can go to those islands. But it's like...
You're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to? And you can't tell if that's part of the track or not.
I get that. Sonic R is not that great. And I give Sonic R...
180 on your opinion on it. Just like, yeah, dude, I really like it. And then your friend's like, dude, that game was really rough to play. And you're like, yeah, that game was shit, man.
Well, your synopsis convinced me. You had very convincing points, and I appreciate it. Sonic R gets a 3 out of 10.
Who's that?
No one, as far as I know. It's me.
Reviewer.
It's Nolan. Have you forgotten? Is that traumatizing childhood river incident coming back? Maybe it's all the cacti you took to the back of the head as children.
Honestly.
Or the beans you put in your ear.
I remember that.
Oh, God.
I think you told me about that.
Put beans in my ear on Nolan's birthday.
That's
because
right.
I loved him so much, and we were playing Secret Agents, and we had to put our little intercom things in our... Is it intercom?
Yeah,
no.
Dude.
The earpieces.
Yeah, a little earpiece. I had to put an earpiece in, and they were putting earpieces in behind their ears and dropping them. To where I thought they were putting them in their ear, and they weren't.
We weren't. We were dropping them, and we probably should have clarified that. Because
an 8-year-old boy who isn't thinking about, what could possibly go bad with
Dude,
all
this
that?
was like last month. No. No, but no, like an 8-year-old, yeah. I was not happy at the time because that meant that I had to spend my birthday in the hospital waiting to go home, which was like a 2-hour drive away to open my presents.
We sat in there all day.
I've forgiven you, though. You're a good man.
I doubt that.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
You're the Charlie Brown lookalike here.
James, what's your favorite Sonic game? Go.
Sonic Adventure.
What's your favorite color?
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, the best. That's like one of the best
color?
ones.
Favorite color? Black.
What's your favorite TV
TV show?
What? What's your favorite day of the week?
Friday.
What's your favorite month?
December.
Don't talk to me.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Fans?
Huh?
Yeah. Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
If you're trapped on an island with your brother, how long would it take for you to break down and eat him?
I'd let him eat me. I couldn't bring myself to eat my brother.
James is too nice. He's too nice.
Damn you, James.
He's too nice. It's hard. It's difficult to... It's difficult to illustrate just how nice James is. Let me clean up this.
Like, I honestly would do that.
You would eat him?
No, not eat him.
I feel like with Charles, or whichever brother, you guys are all just so nice, so you guys would be like...
Oh, no, you don't
you can eat me. No, come on, dude.
No, just take a bite. It's cool.
It's okay. We'll trade off.
Look, I'll take the first bite. It's no big deal.
It's okay, dude. Dude, if you if you were trapped if say you were locked in like a prison or whatever, and like the guards weren't feeding you, could you just like take a bite out of yourself and like keep regaining that energy?
You just have a whole bunch of gashes in your arms.
Nah, but it would heal, dude.
Yeah, it would regenerate because arms regenerate, right?
Dude, like infinite energy.
I don't think it works like that.
Yeah,
what the hell am I talking about? Never mind. Infinite energy. Do you think that there is a such thing as an infinite energy source somewhere?
I don't know, because energy can't be created or destroyed, but I don't know about that.
Let me rephrase. Is there do you think there exists a way to create a self-sustaining energy source? Like, to make an energy source that replenishes its own energy at a rate that it doesn't get destroyed. It's like... It's
constantly gaining.
Like a perpetual motion machine. The Whoopi Goldberg machine, as they call it. I mean, Rube Goldberg, that's right.
That's right.
Welcome to the Theoretical Physics Podcast. How are y'all doing?
Doing great.
That's good.
That's good, buddy.
I'm sorry, this is the Sauerkraut ASMR podcast. Let me just...
It's not sauerkraut. It's not.
They don't know that.
It's sauerkraut, guys, we swear.
I just took a big sip of sauerkraut
It's
juice.
sauerkraut.
Well, it's sauerkraut related as well.
How? The podcast or that?
Does it matter? I already sent in the copyright, dude. That cost like $250.
Yo,
You think I can get a return on that?
No. James, what do you think?
I'm lost.
We've derailed. Let's back up. What's a topic we can talk about? What games have you played recently, James?
Well, I just beat Infamous.
Good talk.
Shut up.
I just beat Infamous Second Son. It was alright.
Was it good?
It was okay. I got it for free on PlayStation. They're having the free thing.
Cool. I liked the first one.
The first one was good. The second one was...
Eh.
It was The third one, they did it a little better, but it was still kind of
There have been 3 of them?
There's 4.
Whoa.
You don't hear about the 4th one, though.
I was gonna say, I didn't know that there were 3. It's like the Sly Cooper games. Like, I love those games, but it's like, oh, the new one's out. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they don't do advertising for it.
Yeah.
I like that one, though. It's like Thieves in Time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for the next one to come out.
See, like, it seems like whenever franchises are out of ideas, they're like, time travel.
Revert to old ideas. Let's do that, you know?
Remaster.
Remaster, yeah.
That happened with Kingdom Hearts, I believe. I believe they just, like, they had, like, 5 games, and, like, 4 of the games were in between games, and then they were like, here's a time travel one.
Let's not get into that.
Good luck.
I don't know the story or the history too much.
We'll try to explain Kingdom Hearts in a little while.
You will
here.
try.
If I can remember how to explain Kingdom Hearts, I will try to explain Kingdom Hearts.
Please no.
I don't play them. I have little to no interest in them. I like the idea because of how weird it is, but I mean, Danny DeVito isn't even the goat man.
Yeah, Danny DeVito, I don't like... He's not the main character.
It sounds like me doing a Danny DeVito impression.
What?
Herc, you gotta get ready for the games!
Gotta get ready for the game!
You gotta eat your beef! Strong boy! What other games have you played recently, James?
Well, Breath of the Wild.
I'm
waiting for all the DLC to come out, and then I'm going to play it on Master Mode.
Is there more DLC?
Yeah, it comes out around Christmas time, I believe.
Oh,
and then the next one comes summer, I believe. And then that's all. Yeah.
How the Grinch stole Zelda?
How the what?
How the Grinch stole Zelda?
I don't know what they're going to add. They don't release stuff until it's like 2 weeks away.
Oh, that's cool. But
so
they're going to have more.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be cool.
Waiting.
Do you have to pay for the DLC? How much is DLC?
$25 for the season pass, which isn't too bad.
And that just gives you all DLC, right?
Yeah.
Or it's like $10 a piece normally or something like that?
Something like that. It's just cheaper to buy the season pass, even if it's like a couple bucks cheaper.
I need to beat the game first. I've had it since like the day it came out, and all I've done is walk around like, that looks like a Korok. That looks like a Korok. There's a mountain over there.
Let's climb it.
Here's Ganon. What's that shiny thing?
It's fun, but I heard that whenever you fight Ganon, he gets tougher and tougher every time. I beat him 3 times. He was easier every single time.
Not tough enough. That's cool.
It felt kind of weird, though, when you... Oh, wait. No, I don't want to spoil it. Never mind. No, I'm not
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you can spoil it, because we'll probably never actually finish the game.
Because I'm very tempted to ask about it, but I am going to finish it at some point. I've been busy. I got college work. I got regular work.
Yeah, I get it. I have to start playing video games at night. I stay up till 3 a.m.
Yeah, I do. It's very I have a very similar habit, and then I wonder why I'm tired when I wake up at 6 a.m.
I'm not gonna lie, I did that last night. I couldn't sleep, and it was already 1 a.m. Like, I'm not just gonna lay in bed doing nothing.
I'm so glad that I'm an adult now. It feels so good. Kelson, what video games have you played recently?
So how about that weather?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
How about the weather in Mario Odyssey?
Oh yeah, Mario Odyssey is a blast.
That was quite the segue.
Mario Odyssey is actually a really, really good game.
I want to get that game as soon as I can.
And if you oppose the idea of it being good,
you're probably a terrorist.
Probably, and you need to be deported.
Probably a member of Al Qaeda.
Is we're gonna turn them to was.
You stole that, but that's funny.
I did. I love it. It's great.
Shout outs to Simple Flips or whoever invented that.
A shout out to the lady on Facebook. That's who invented it.
Shout out to the lady on Facebook. You know who you are.
You know, so we have such a big fan base. Yo,
Because
shout out to the lady on Facebook that's totally watching this.
What do you think the chances are that the lady on Facebook will see this?
How many people are on Earth?
I can't believe she got this far into the podcast. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, if she's even listening.
You made a funny post one time. I don't know anything about you other than that. Good job. Let's get a round of applause for the. Yeah, that's right.
What about you, Nolan? What games have you been playing recently?
Don't talk to me, Nolan.
Mario Odyssey.
Mario Odyssey, like any cool. No, not cool. Like any.
Yeah, actually good.
No, I mean a good game, Nolan. Sonic Mania came out, and that took up like a good 3 weeks of my time, just playing Sonic Mania and loving every minute of it. And after Sonic Mania, which I was looking forward to Sonic Forces, and Sonic Mania was like a side thing. I think Sonic Mania is going to be better than Sonic Forces. Sonic Mania is already like, it's like a 9 out of 10, like 10 out of 10 almost, right? But like, I think that, you know, Sonic Forces ain't going to live up to the expectations.
I think you're just shooting it down.
Mm-hmm. You should just dab on the haters, right? Is that right, Kels?
Yeah, dude, you just gotta dab on the haters.
I'm waiting for the new Skyrim to come out for this. No, not the new Skyrim, but the remastered Skyrim for the Switch.
Yeah.
You get like exclusive Nintendo stuff.
That's gonna be so much fun. Yeah. Because take that anywhere you want. That's gonna be so good.
I love the Switch so far. It's just open world games. Oh, yeah. It's just Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, and then Skyrim. Those are like, I mean, those are some of the 3 like best open world games there are.
That's Snipper Clips.
Snipper Clips. Open world Snipper Clips. What a fun, oddly sexual game. Anyways.
But I think the Skyrim remaster, it has like exclusive things. It has the Master Sword, of course, which I don't like that.
What the Skyrim does?
Yeah, like I think you can make it, or you have to find it.
That's funny.
That would be kind of cool, though.
So is Dragonborn like Link?
Yeah, you can
Dovahkiin?
You could get his like his armor in Breath of the Wild.
Wow, you can get Dovahkiin's armor?
No. Like, sorry, in Skyrim you could get Breath of the Wild's his armor.
His like blue tunic thing.
Yeah.
Does it look good? Is it like updated to be like Skyrim graphics, or is it like? They
showed a picture of it on Amazon. You can't really see it too well, but it's there. They tried showing like you could get the Hylian shield and all that.
Does it look like updated and like Skyrim-ish, like it's like worn and like covered in rivets? Or
I saw the picture a while ago. It looked pristine, so it looked pretty cool.
Okay.
That'll be cool.
But if you play first person, you don't really see it anyways.
Yeah, you just see the backside of the shield.
Yeah. But no, it looked pretty cool.
Skyrim is best on PC because of the mods.
Yeah.
Because
or Xbox. Xbox has mods.
You can have
Xbox One.
You play as IKEA-born, destroying Thomas the Tank Engines as millions of bears spawn around you.
While Randy Savage is also there.
the Randy Savage dragons. Have you seen those? They're so good. The Tommy Wiseau dragons.
Are those?
They made a Tommy Wiseau dragon, and it just goes, "Oh, hi, Mark," and it just says stuff like that the whole time, and it's great. PC gaming is fun. I've played a lot of
Tommy Wiseau horse.
What have I played recently? I played Grip Tape Backbone, which is a weird little Steam game. It's may I have to turn that down, I don't know. But it's like a skateboarding game in first person, and it's just like a big joke. It's vaporwave. It's a big vaporwave meme. Good meme, guys, right? James, you like vaporwave, right?
No.
James doesn't like vaporwave. Confirmed.
I tried listening to it. Like, there was some there. It's okay, but I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to it.
I agree. There are very few. Kels, turn it down. Just Kels.
Good.
It's a first-person skateboarding video game where you have to collect Dixie cups and you get to skate through MS Paint while listening to vaporwave. Bad vaporwave. Not the good stuff.
All vaporwaves.
No. I will say that good vaporwave is Saint Pepsi is very good. He made Private Caller, which is that one. He's very good, I must say. Other than that, though, I mean, vaporwave is not that great. It's pretty much a joke.
Very good joke.
It's pretty much a joke. I will say,
it's not actually a joke.
Vaporwave is a joke.
Very serious.
I will say, though, that there are those who do take it seriously, and though not vaporwave, but the close cousin of vaporwave, lo-fi hip-hop.
Those aren't related at all.
I'd say that lo-fi hip-hop is pretty good, depending on who you listen to, because sometimes they all just kind of run together, but I found, what is his name? Jaden Comstra. He's released 2 albums so far. He released one called Nimbus, and I cannot remember what the other one is called, but those are both very good. They got good sound. Or there's an album by Kubo, that's Coubo, and he also does very good music. And I'm trying to think. I just found an album by a guy called Tuwa, Tuuwa. It's a very good album. The cover of the album is it seems like it's like one of those records you would find in a store that just like nobody has ever picked out. It's got like Agent Scully on the front. And it's a good album. It's very entertaining.
It's inspirational.
Check them out.
Go shout.
Who you texting, Kels?
Nobody right now. I'm lonely.
Who are you texting? Your girlfriend, dude?
Only losers have girlfriends.
Dude,
am I right, James? Am I right? Yeah.
We live the celibate life here.
Bros before hoes. Am I right, man? Am I right?
Celebrate good times.
Cars
Come
before
on.
girls.
James, you're the only one here with a girlfriend. You are the only one here with a girlfriend. And how is it, James? Is it nice having a girlfriend?
It's great, but we're going long distance right now. She's all the way in Tennessee. I'm all the way on the other side of the country.
Shout out to James' girlfriend.
Shout out to Simple Flips.
Shout out to James' girlfriend. Hope you're listening to this, babe.
That's funny though.
No, it's pretty great. She's pretty cool.
She's cool.
She's like a male version of me, kind of.
She is. You guys go so perfectly together because you're like very identical.
Yeah.
I'd say that Terry has those moments where she's like super edgy at times. Not in like the bad way, like in the funny way. I'll censor the name, don't worry.
That's good. I don't
We're
care.
censoring every name, so we're like, and then poop, and then
It'll be so good. But
It's okay, you don't have to censor it.
I mean not that name that I said. But yeah, I don't know. It's fun having her around. If she's ever around, we'll definitely have her on. What is the podcast? I mean, obviously, it's the Sauerkraut ASMR podcast.
I don't know. I like this one. I don't know what we'll call it. Gray Skies, Blue Thighs podcast.
The Stinky Willy podcast.
Wiggly Jim.
Welcome to the Wiggly Jim podcast. People, what do you think the chances are that somebody sees a thumbnail that says the Wiggly Jim podcast that they're going to click on it?
I will click on that.
I mean, besides you.
No, we should do the Sauerkraut and ASMR one and just have that. And then people, Sauerkraut ASMR is what we'll leave it as. And it'll actually, it won't be ASMR at all. It'll just be us doing a podcast.
The Jim Davis fan base podcast.
We don't talk about Jim Davis one time.
He has forsaken us. He's forsaken Garfield. He's forsaken his good name. He's besmirched it.
Welcome back to
I haven't used that word in many years.
Welcome back to the Titanic's history podcast, where we'd like to talk about the history of the Titanic.
We stretch it out into 114 episodes.
But yeah.
I don't know what we can name this.
This will,
we'll see. It'll be like BAM up there.
We could leave it up to like the people that actually listen to this.
The Funny Boy podcast.
If they actually want it to be Sauerkraut and ASMR, we'll
no. ASMR. I mean, I got the copyright on it. I have to.
Yeah, dude, we have to use that or it's lost.
We should just give it a misleading title. It'd be like the...
Just name all of them really misleading titles, and then people get all confused when they see it. Because you have Sauerkraut ASMR, then History of the Titanic, then you have, like, Pickles and Pete's Dragon, you know.
The Pickle Rick podcast.
Yeah, like it's...
Dude. You like Pickle Rick, James? You like those memes?
Not anymore.
He's funny, right?
Do you like the ones where it's Johnny Test's face on Pickle Rick? The ones where it's just Larry the Cucumber from VeggieTales.
I have not seen that one. I need to see that.
Hey, what happened? What did you guys do to Rick and Morty? It seems like only fairly recently that everybody ruined Rick and Morty.
It was already ruined.
Here's the thing.
Fan base.
I mean, the show itself is not ruined.
Show itself's good. Fan base is ruined.
Yeah, the fan base. I don't mean, when I say that, I don't mean that the show is bad now because of the fan base, because the show is still really good.
It's not gonna change.
But, the fan base. It's when the fan base starts hurting the show and, like, affecting the show that it becomes a problem. But, like, just what happened? Like, there was, everybody was up on their high horses saying that you have to be intelligent to watch Rick and Morty.
You do.
Well, I mean, yeah, besides you, Kels, we can't all have 400 IQs. I'm sorry.
It's actually 405.
Wow, I'm sorry. I'll check my privilege.
Have an IQ?
What would... I think that... Trying to think. Stephen Hawking's a nice person.
How do you know? You've never met him.
I've seen the TED Talks.
Who?
Ted. He talked. He's real. Ted is real. From the Seth MacFarlane movie. The teddy bear?
Oh.
Peter Griffin? That's my favorite quote from Ted, is when he's like, "It's me, Peter Griffin. From Ted. From Family Man." Did you like the Simpsons Family Guy crossover, James?
I actually never watched that.
It was not bad, surprisingly.
Yeah, Oni and NG anime. Was it Oni?
No, it was Yukino Joe, or Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe.
He did
it very well.
The Family Simp, and oh my goodness, it was so good. And the actual episode was not bad. It got funny once it got to the point of, like, they just didn't care, and so they started murdering Simpsons characters.
Yeah. It's good. How do you feel, James?
I got a burp.
Hi guys, welcome to the podcast. How's it going? This is the Simpsons Burp ASMR podcast. We talk about weird bootleg stuff, especially Simpsons, usually Simpsons related. How do you guys like The Simpsons? Have you seen The Simpsons? Have you partaken in The Simpsons?
No,
I've never actually
gotten into
watched a full episode of The Simpsons.
You've never?
No.
With
the
I'm not a hardcore
30 seasons that they have.
You'd think that at some point you would have come across just one.
I've seen bits and pieces, but like that's it.
Yeah, we just never had it growing up. Like I've only seen it like recently because it was just one of those shows. It was like my dad loved the show, but like when I don't know, when we were starting to be raised, it was like my parents started to get really big into like watching what we watched.
Because they didn't want us to be crude assholes.
They didn't want us to turn out to be murderous psychopaths.
But look at us now.
We're still murderous psychopaths.
Mine's the murderous part.
I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't.
How many bodies you got?
Just one. You want me to pull them out?
What about James? How many bodies you got?
None.
What's your body count? What's your kill count? What's your KD, James?
What's your KD?
What's your KD in real life, James?
Oh, you're gonna pick up HIV from Nolan.
Wait, I thought these like...
It's a test strip.
I know, but I thought
Was it a test strip? Ew. I got a body for you guys. Here.
Wait, is this... No, it's not used though. Is it?
Maybe. I don't know. Can you hear the cardboard? This is our 5th member.
Mr. Posen.
This is Wiggly Jim, I believe.
Yeah, in the flesh.
No, this is Charlie.
It was Charlie, now it's Wiggly Jim.
Nah, it still is Charlie.
There's a skeleton in the room, by the way. There's a skeleton.
Happy Halloween.
He's just gonna...
It's like Thanksgiving time.
He's still coming to terms with being dead. He's gonna sit in the corner and cry for a bit.
Stay there.
Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. How's it going?
Give it up for Wiggly Jim.
Give it up for Wiggly Jim. Can we get a round of applause for Wiggly Jim? For the love of Pete. For God's sake!
For the love of Wiggly Jim.
I'm gonna shoot a rubber band at him.
Yo, shout out to my boy Wiggly Jim.
James, think of a topic. We need you.
Thank you, Wiggly Jim.
Shut up, dude. Stop. James, think of a topic.
I can't really think of anything besides for just life in general. Like, we're all just... Well, me and Nolan are just going through college right now.
Yeah, dude, I'm going through college too.
Kelson's still in high school.
What are you, like 12? I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I love you. Come here. Come here. Shh. Yeah, we're going through college. Explain, James.
It's just a tough time, I guess. You know, everything's changing. Everything's changing.
You have bills. You got.
You're at that age, you know. Parents kick you out. You get car insurance. Gotta have a job. Gotta get a wife and 2 beautiful children. Your balls drop.
Mine haven't
dropped yet, you know what I'm saying?
No? No, but yeah. It's just different. It's very different.
It is. Like, I knew there was gonna be a change, but almost like from the moment I graduated, my whole body started changing. I started eating less. I sleep a lot later than usual. I don't know, everything's just changing. I don't know what's going on.
You wouldn't expect the adult life to really affect you this much. Mainly just with, like, work and whatnot. It feels like now you have, like, a responsibility to work. And so it's, like, this constant state of not being, like, stressed out, but it's, like, constantly thinking ahead of, like, I have to go to work tomorrow. I've got to provide for my 2 illegitimate children down in Mexico. Rodrigo and
Jorge.
Charles. How many Charles are there now in this podcast? Well, there's one. There's Charlie's the editor.
He's not Charles.
Charles Brown.
Charles.
My brother Charles. I mentioned him in the beginning.
That's right. And then there's illegitimate Charles.
It was like 4 or 5.
Which may or may not be the editor. I haven't checked his credentials.
So then there would be 3 if he's the editor.
I found it weird that the editor showed up at my doorstep. And, like, he kept mentioning, he's like, you're my dad. I'm like, that's cool. You want to edit videos? I'll pay ya. And he keeps, like, trying to get hugs and, like, talk to me. But I don't give him the time of day.
That's just gay.
So I'll never know for sure, I guess. I guess I'll just never know. How's Instagram going, Kels?
great.
talking to the.
Why would this person actually buy those Snapchat lenses?
Snapchat lenses?
What do you mean lenses?
Oh.
What are those?
It has a camera on it, and pretty much you can just record.
That seems illegal. What do you guys think about having hidden cameras in your glasses?
Like Google Glass?
Yeah. What do you think about what do you think the future's going to be like with Google Glass?
I probably would never get it, just because it seems like everything would be in your face and you can't see what you're doing.
I'm just gonna run up to people and just yell random searches. Be like, okay, Google. Just load terrible things.
Okay, Google. Just look up horrible things.
I think wearable tech's cool, but I think it should be practical. Like, maybe not something that'll pop right in your face as you're walking.
Yeah, because that would be very disorienting.
Oh yeah.
Think of the hazard. Do you think that they'll make Google Glass like you can't wear it while driving or something like that?
It'll probably be like the new Apple update if you're driving, or if you're going in a car that's fast enough. It'll say, "Hey, don't text and drive," but then you have to verify you're the passenger or something like that.
Yeah.
So it might do that, but then it would still pop up in your face.
You verify it and it's like,
you're not driving, are you? Oh God!
No, I swear I'm not.
But I don't know, like, if they implemented it practically, I don't think I'd get it though, but
it just seems goofy.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like people are going to walk into the streets and like get hit and like.
That's kind of scary though. Yeah. It's like technology is growing so fast. Like, who knows what it'll be like 10 years from now.
Yeah, and it's only like speeding up. I bet. I can guarantee. I bet that by the time I'm like 70, everybody's gonna be like jacked into the Matrix or whatever.
Within my...
Jacking in?
Jacking off.
No. I just looked to Kelson for approval, and he did it for me. So.
I sent approval.
Telepathically.
Physically.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's November.
Verbally.
Welcome to No Not November, everyone. It's also No Shave November. I've been doing both because I am a good
You're a good
child.
Christian boy.
Yes.
You just follow the laws.
I obey the law. No Nut November. It's like martial law. Dude, if you do it, they come and beat you in your home with
You just respect
batons.
people that much.
I respect women. That's the moral.
I just handcuff myself before I go to bed, so I can't do it.
Charles has to come in every morning and undo it for you.
Charles, don't be a jerk. Help me out.
Charles, come on.
Come on, man. You couldn't even
Please.
come on. I gotta go to the bathroom, man. You gotta go to the bathroom.
No, man, I don't trust you.
All right,
man,
but
trust me.
no locking the door. James, open the door. James.
No, not November. 11/5 to 11:30.
We made a blood oath.
Wait, whose is this?
That's mine.
What flavor is it?
That is the Liz Blizz flavor.
Is it coconut?
It's pina colada.
Oh, sweet.
You can try some when I open it.
I just want to check out the ingredients.
It is the best.
With the...
That's like my favorite. That's like one of my favorite drinks. Is like the Sobe Liz Blizz. If they sold that stuff in gallons, like I would.
Shut up, Sobe.
Dude, like instead of milk, I would just like pour that in my cereal.
It's practically milk.
It has milk stuff in it. Do you need to refrigerate this?
I'd use it to bake pancakes, and I don't think so. I think it's fine.
Right.
If not, then I'll feel it later. How you doing over there, Kels?
I am living that life.
Cool.
I'll put this right here.
That works. Mario Odyssey is fun.
Nolan, do you want to put a cap on your drink?
I would like that.
So you don't knock it over and spill it for like the third or fourth time.
Okay.
Only 2 times.
Mario Odyssey is fun. Aside from Mario Odyssey, I've been taking care of my geckos. They're good. They're good little sand puppies.
You didn't see it earlier, but since you have your little lamp on, one got on top of the house and like showed its neck to absorb more sunlight.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty cute.
They're cute like that. I felt so bad. One of them, I think it's because the other one was eating all the food. She wasn't getting enough nutrients, and so like don't get that toothpick stuck. So like she was like all dried out and stuff. It was so sad. But I got them a bigger tank, and now they're sitting happy in the corner under a bunch of books and random junk. They don't get any sunlight, but I feed them if I feel like it.
So yeah.
How long have we been recording, Kels?
About 51 minutes.
Yeah, about 50. Wait. 52 minutes! We did it!
Well, we're not going to break an hour, I'm afraid. I don't think I can do this any longer. This was fun. I like talking. Do you guys enjoy talking?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
This was a good test run.
Yeah, and when... Yeah,
we'll see you guys next time. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Same time next month.
Sure.
next month. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. My people will talk to your people. We'll get it figured out. Yeah. Okay, cut. We're gonna cut it right here.
That's just yeah. We need like dead silence.
That was atrocious, Kelson. That whole thing.
You didn't like it?
I can't.
I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, this whole thing. We gotta throw it all away.
No, I thought it was pretty... Oh.
We're gonna throw it.
Yeah, it was pretty
can't
bad.
keep it.
I can't keep this.
I can't pretend to be your brother any longer, Kelson.
I can't. We're both adopted, Jim.
We came from separate fathers, Kelson.
We're actually same father, just different family.
Kels, you're not from this planet.
Do you want me to end the
How'd
recording?
you know that?
You're the child of...
Touch the record.
Also, I really have to use the bathroom.
The child of Slep,
Get out.
the great devourer.
No, I'm actually Osama bin Laden's child.
Oh, shit.
Also, do you want to record another one?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that way if we don't meet up next month, we still have one more.
Yeah. This has been a good recording. Kelson, end the session.
Do what?
Destroy the tapes.
I'm gonna press the wrong button. This is gonna end it all. Which one?
The stop button.
Which one?
The stop button.
The circle.
The square. The yellow square.